Hey guys, welcome back to homelabworks. Today we will be diving into one of the most beautiful distros out there, Elementary OS. If you're coming from macOS or you just want a distraction-free, elegant Linux experience, this one might surprise you. It works right out of the box, no further configurations, no tweaks, and technically people call it the Apple of Linux. And spoiler-free, it's getting really close to that. So in this video, I will be walking you through the installation, the new features, performance, customization, and whether Elementary OS is worth it in 2026. Let's get started. Elementary OS is a privacy-focused, open-source Linux distribution built on top of Ubuntu LTS. And it has been around since 2011. It's been a long time. It uses its own desktop environment called Pantheon, which is very lightweight, elegant, and intentionally very simple. This distro is designed for people who want a very clean, simple, elegant, polished experience without the clutter. And it's perfect for creators, students, and anyone switching from macOS or any other OS like Windows or something. Now it's time to download Elementary OS. So just like we did for our Ubuntu installation, we'll go ahead and download the ISO from the main site of Elementary OS. So you can go ahead and open your favorite web browser and then you can type Elementary OS and make sure that you download it directly from elementary.io, which is the direct site, okay? So once you open your favorite web browser, you go to elementary.io, you should land on a page like this, which is their main website. And pay attention here, Elementary uses a pay what you want model, and you can still put $0 and download the OS for free anyway. But if you like what they're doing, you can absolutely go ahead and then make a donation, because this is a small team building something really nice, really polished, and they do deserve the support. So go ahead and download the ISO. So once you're ready, you can go ahead. You see, different model here. So you can choose 10, 20, or 30. Or if you want to download it for free, you can just come here, you type 0, okay? And then this changes to download Elementary OS. So you can go ahead and download. And you should download the Intel or AMD 64-bit. And you click on download right here. And you can go ahead and click on save. It will lead in your download folder. This will take a little time to download. Let's wait until the download is finished. And while you have Elementary OS being downloaded, so you can open a new tab and then you go ahead and you type Oracle VirtualBox. And then you download it, install it. Now it's time to install Elementary OS. So the download is done. And here are the requirements. So you will need approximately 2 to 4 CPU cores, 4 to 8 GB of RAM or more if you can, a minimum of 25 GB of storage as the hard disk, and that's mostly it. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead, you pull up your Oracle VirtualBox and then you click on new, and here you can give it any name. So since we are installing Elementary OS, so I'm gonna name it Elementary OS. And you can find a folder. I'm gonna leave it in my default folder right here. I'm not gonna move it this. And for the ISO selection, this is where you're gonna pick up the file that you downloaded. You click on download, and there you go. This is your file right here. You pick it up, click open, and let's go straight to specify virtual hardware. So again, you can go from 2 to 4 GB. So I'm going to give it up to 12 GB of RAM. Okay, you can give it 4 or 2 GB. That should be enough if let's say if your computer does not have a lot of resources. Okay, so I'm going to give it again 12, and for the CPU, 2 cores are fine, 4 cores are fine, but I can afford it. My computer is capable enough. I'll give it up to 8 cores. Okay, 8 CPU cores, and I'm going to use EFI. And for the hard disk, and let's give it about 50 gig, so have enough space. Okay, and 50 gig. Okay, and so far we are done with this. We might be able to do a couple more tweaks. Please follow along, click on settings. Okay, and you can state basic, but let's go into expert. Let's make sure that you have the name of your OS Of course, it's Linux, and it detects that automatically. And features, don't need to do any features right here, or description or disk encryption. This is beyond the scope of this video. And for the processor, make sure you have at least 2 or 4. I go up to 8. And motherboard, acceleration, you don't need all that, you can skip that. And display, okay, and let's go ahead and enable 3D acceleration. It will make it very beautiful. So once you do that, and you can push this all the way up, okay, for the 3D acceleration, it will make it very, very beautiful. And for storage, we already have our hard disk right here, and this is our ISO file, okay. And for the network, I'm gonna leave it as not. I'm not gonna move this at all, and the rest can stay as is. And I click on close. Now it's time to click start. Let's go ahead and start the system. We go ahead and we click on the start button right now. The system should load, powering up VM, and your system should be starting. So once Elementary OS finally boots up, it presents us with a very beautiful installer. Very clean, very polished. And you can go ahead and choose your language, your favorite language. I'm gonna stick with English. Click on select, and yes, I'll leave it on United States. Next, and okay, for the keyboard layout, same. I'm gonna leave this as default as well. And let's go now. So for here, so once you get here, you're gonna click on erase disk and install. Okay, so we're gonna click on this, and we're gonna click erase disk and install. And it says some parts of Elementary OS may run slowly, freeze or not function properly. You can just go ahead and click on install anyway. And you select your virtual hard disk or your hard disk, and then you click on next. I'm going to click on don't encrypt so we can continue very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna click here, include third-party proprietary drivers when installing. So I'm gonna click it. So those third-party drivers, they come with graphics drivers, audio drivers, networking drivers or network drivers for those network cards, etc. Let's go ahead and meet at the end of the installation. So the system has finished installing. Now it says, please remove the installation media, then press enter. So we can go ahead and press enter. Okay. So the system is powering on for the first time after installation. So let's give it a few more seconds. Then we will go through the required settings. Now we are presented with the setup. Okay. So let's go ahead and click and choose English. It's already chosen right here. And then click on select English US for the keyboard layout. And I'm gonna leave this as default, just like for the installation or during the installation. And here we are going to choose our name. So the name of the user. Okay, so I'm gonna call it homelabworks. Okay, but you can go ahead and give it your name or the name of anything else or the name of any user that you might have created. So username homelabworks, and for the password, go ahead and choose something that you can remember. And device name, I'm gonna call it Elementary OS. Okay, Elementary OS -OS. That should be okay. And finish setup. And in case you see that, for instance, your account is disabled or something, don't worry. Just go ahead, click here. Okay, just like earlier in the screen, and then you just restart the system. Okay, and then once you restart, you will be greeted right here, and where you can just go ahead and enter the password that you set up earlier, and you should be getting the desktop of your new operating system. And there we go. Look at that. So once you log in, you are now greeted with the beautiful, very polished Pantheon desktop. Wow, wow, it's beautiful. It's minimal, elegant, and very consistent. Then you can come here and then click on next. Okay, this is a small walkthrough, greeting you to this new operating system. You can go ahead and keep default theme, okay, or you can go dark theme. Dark is beautiful. Or sunset to sunrise. This is when it will switch from dark theme to light theme based on the time of the day. So let's go ahead and keep it as default. You can choose, some theme here, further themes, and for now, nightlight, I'm gonna keep it as disabled for now, and then I'm gonna click on next, and some other stuff that you can check. Okay, I'm gonna click on next. We can check on these later. Connect online accounts. You can go ahead and connect some online accounts, like your Google account, your Outlook/Microsoft account, etc. I'm gonna click on next on everything here and get some apps. We will get to the store application, so we can click on next right here, and it will go ahead and check to see if there is anything else it can check on. So at the end, we can still click on next and get started, ready to go. So to access your applications, you can come right here. Okay, you click on that little magnifying glass right here, upper left corner, and then you can see App Center. Okay, if you launch App Center, this is for instance where you're gonna see, this is the App Store where you can go ahead and download as many applications as you want. And well, not just that, you can go ahead as well. This is where this is your dock right here. This is a web browser right here. This is mail, client, this is task, calendar, music, application, video, photo, etc. Okay, so now it is time to go full screen. So you can come here under device, okay, and then you click on insert guest addition if it's not already in there, and then you can go ahead and click on the file right here. Okay, so then you can see this. So in case you were here, or if in case it opened here, you can just click on VBox, GA, etc. And then this is your guest addition files. Come here and then make a right click, and then you can click on terminal. Okay, and you're gonna run these comments now with sudo, which is gonna be elevated privilege. So you're gonna type the commands as is. Sudo app update. Okay, it will ask you for your password. It is the same password that you set up when you were setting up the machine for the first time. It will go ahead and fetch for any updates if there are any. All right, done. Now time for our next command. Type the command as is. So this is the next command. Okay, you're gonna type sudo app install build -essential dkms linux -headers -generate -y, and then you press enter, and it will go ahead and install a few packages and dependencies, so we can go full screen. And as you can see, it's already filling this up. So let's go ahead and go full screen. There you go. It just adjusts accordingly. If you want, you can go ahead and restart which is fine, but you don't have to. You can just go ahead and exit here, and here you have your very clean elementary OS experience. You can go ahead and launch the browser and then make any search you want. I'm gonna say, what is elementary OS? Okay, and then you are going to have an answer. And again, it is privacy focused, which means there's a lot of tools that are baked in, okay, that are baked in based on privacy. For instance, its main search engine is actually DuckDuckGo. Okay, so this is your web browser right here. Again, the App Store is somewhere right here. Again, in the App Store, you can go ahead and install additional application. Let me make this a little bigger here. Okay, so if we were to go into audio, for instance, so we are going to see a lot of apps that are for audio. Okay, so we can go ahead and install this one right here. I don't know what this one is, but you can go ahead and install it and give it a try. But of course, there's a lot of good applications here. You can go ahead and play around with it. If you go to communications, I'm sure that I will see some of them that I know. For instance, Vivaldi, which is another browser, and I've heard of SimpleX Chat. We have contact mails, Discord, of course. This is Discord right here, and you will find a lot of common apps, and which you can just go ahead and install and take advantage of. And if you want some Office apps, you can go ahead and click on Office. You should see some applications that you've definitely heard of or seen. Okay, so you can see Document Viewer right here. You can see NoteUp. This is an application you can use, to take notes, etc. So you have Pomodoro, which is a very cool application that you can use to time yourself if you want to do something, and it is based on the Pomodoro technique, which is one of the techniques that I actually use. And a lot of cool stuff like Adobe Reader, etc, etc, etc. Or if you were to check on let's say privacy and security, you would find a lot of very, very cool applications like Proton Pass. Okay, and you would see 1Password, password generator, okay, password manager, authenticator, this is for your MFA, and Clam UI, this is for Clam AV, which is a free open source antivirus. Now it is also available for Windows, not just Linux. It's available, it's cross-platform, as we say. If we were to check on media and production, so media production, we will see a lot of other cool applications. Camera, if your computer or laptop has a camera. OpenShot video editor, VLC media player. For instance, I'm going to click on VLC right here. Let's say, yes, I want to install VLC. You can just go ahead and install it. Very easy to do. Again, this distro is very beautiful. Again, it's very elegant, very polished, and it is for anyone really moving away from Mac or even Windows, but it has a very Mac cool finish. Okay, It's good for, any Linux beginner, creators, content creators, students, people running away from Mac or even Windows. So Elementary OS continues to be one of the most beautiful and consistent Linux distribution out there. It's simple, elegant, and privacy focused. If you want a polished experience that just works, well, Elementary OS is that experience. Excellent choice. So if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments which distro you would like me to review next or help you install. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next HomeLabWorks video. Bye-bye.